Today is Wednesday, March 3rd. Happy Wednesday. It's time for the chair's daily life, and I have just a few things to talk about today. So I'm going to start with advocacy. I'm going to come back and talk about advocacy as part of the statewide messaging. I've been addressing a bill a day. Sometimes I sneak in too, but I've been addressing a bill a day because the way that we have our voices heard when we're in a super minority, which we are, is to make sure that our elected officials hear us on the bills that are coming in front of them. And if we all do it at the same time, it is incredibly impactful. So today's bill of the day is a bill that we oppose. It is House Bill 1888. I'm just going to call this one a fear bill. And so what it would do was make training about sexual and gender identity illegal. If it's a state-funded, a publicly funded entity or agency. So let's say that you don't, that you believe that there are two genders and there's no such thing. Okay, suspend imagination for a minute, and let's say that you believe in that. There are people who identify as something other than heterosexual. So do they not get health care at all? Do we not train people so they can get appropriate care? These fear bills are dangerous. They're dangerous. They are making it dangerous to exist for some of our family and neighbors, and we shouldn't stand for it. So I'm calling on all of you to call your House rep, call your state senator, and ask them not to vote for House Bill 1888. Just because it's a fear bill and it puts our neighbors and family at risk, puts their health care at risk. What we need to be thinking about as Oklahomans, how we can make sure that everyone gets equal and fair access and affordable access to health care, honestly. Okay, so that's that. House Bill 1888, please make those phone calls. They do make a difference. They do make a difference. So I haven't done a name them and shame them in a while. However, our governor, I think he got a little lonely. I think he got a little sad because I wasn't talking about him. So he's back. So our governor made the Jimmy Kimmel show. And let's just roll the clip. Let's just roll the clip and we'll talk about it afterwards. That's not the clip, but we'll get there. So I don't know if you could hear it. I couldn't hear it on my end, but basically they made a fake tourism commercial about Oklahoma and the fact that we spent a lot of our CARES money on tourism and we're stockpiling hydrochloroquine. So it's disappointing and it's embarrassing. And thanks a lot, Governor Stitt. So I have I'm just going to ask you guys to go out to it because I couldn't hear the sound as well. I think there was something going on with the translation, but go out to YouTube, click on Jimmy Kimmel. It was yesterday, so you should be able to see it. It's ridiculous. Got a couple of dates I want to get for you to put on your calendar so that you're keeping up with how to get involved in the party. Today is March 3rd, which means a week from tomorrow are precinct elections in most of the state. So please get involved. Precinct officers are our grassroots workers. They're the folks in the party who are in your neighborhood, who keep up with who the elected officials are, who we have running for whatever offices we are. If they move our polling place, that's the precinct officer. So you want to get you some of that, right? You want to be the person who's in the know. And in order to do that, you need to sign up to become a precinct officer. Precinct officers also get to vote and pick the county officers and the district officers and the state officers. It's an important position. Most of the state is doing it electronically. So you don't even have to leave your living room to get involved, because all of us don't have our second shot yet. So we're trying to be as COVID aware as we possibly can. So go out to your county Facebook page or your website and find out how you can get registered to participate on March 11th for your precinct elections. Right after that, on the heels of that, is county elections, which are March 3rd. All over the state, they're going to be on March 3rd, and most of them will be electronically as well. So those are probably not set up, but I just want you to get those dates on the calendar. I'm going to intermingle some dates and remind you all that next Friday is the deadline to be registered to vote in order to participate on the April 6th election. Friday, March 12th is the deadline to be registered to participate in the election on April 6th. And there are several elections on April 6th. The one that I'm watching, because I don't have an election on April 6th, but the one that I'm watching is for our state Senate seat for Senate District 20. We have an opportunity to send one more Democrat legislature. And so if you don't live in state Senate 22, you can still help. Please reach out to mollyuton.com, click on volunteer, and find out how you can help her. We need to send one more Democrat to our state legislature. So that election is on April 6th. I'm just throwing dates out there left and right, right? The next date I want to give you is April 17th. Please save the date on your calendar for Campaign Academy. That's where we train future candidates, future consultants, our super volunteers. April 17th, be watching the Facebook page and the website for all the tracks that we're going to have. It's shaping up to be really interesting and very impactful. Now, I'm going to say this. If you don't have to be out and about tomorrow, don't. And if you do have to be out and about tomorrow, please just be very diligent. The FBI has put out a high alert because the QAnon folks still aren't done, and they're planning something, and I don't know how they have time. Just join us in reality. It would be so much easier. So tomorrow is a high alert day, according to the FBI. So I'm just going to ask everybody to be very diligent, watch your surroundings. Don't live your life in fear, but just be careful. And you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4:15.